morning Year 2, I hope you're all okay. Now, it is me, Miss Harries, who is going to be teaching your English lessons for the rest of your Year 2 journey. So, for the next 4 weeks, we are going to be completing lots of really fun challenges, and they are either going to be complete new learning, something that we've never done before, or it will be something that we might have done a little bit, but we definitely need to reteach it so that you are ready to go into Key Stage 2 in Year 3. Oh my goodness. Okay, so today's lesson is going to be about main clauses, and for this lesson you need your notepad, a pen, either a highlighter or pencil, crayon or felt tip in the colours green and orange. Okay, so that is your notepad, a pen or pencil to write with, and either a highlighter, a pencil, crayon or a felt tip that is green and orange, one of each. Okay, I'm going to do that method, but you might also want to print off the sheet that I've got on Dojo. Now, I'm not going to use a sheet, but it might make it easier for you, and you'll see why.
Okay, so today's what is to understand and identify what makes a main clause. Okay, can you read the what with me? To understand and identify what makes a main clause. Okay, so what is a main clause? So, what is a main clause? Now, a main clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb which makes complete sense on its own. Main clauses could also be called simple sentences. Okay, so my main clause has a subject and a verb. Our subject is usually a noun and our verb. So I've written subject in this colour and a verb in this colour. I wonder why. Well, you guessed right, we are going to use the rainbow grammar. So, which two colour cards do you think I'm going to be using today? Okay, you are right, it is a green card and an orange card. Now, on our green cards, now we can share this with our adults at home because you guys are amazing at this. On our green card, we have the subject, which is what or who the sentence is about. Okay, and on my orange card, we have got the predicate. Now, our predicate has usually got the verb on, and it tells us what the subject is doing. So, for example, I have got a main clause or a simple sentence here, and it is, the girl ran quickly. Now, on our green card, we have got the subject, what or who the sentence is about. It is about the girl, and the predicate is telling me what the subject is doing. She ran quickly. Okay, now I've underlined the noun on my subject card, and I've underlined the verb on my predicate card. You're going to do that too. Now, just to double check, I told you that a main clause makes sense on its own. So shall we check if my sentence makes sense on its own? The girl ran quickly. Fantastic. And not forgetting my full stop. Okay, a second sentence then. Two birds sang a sweet tune. Now, let's double check. The subject is what or who the sentence is about. Two birds, okay? And brilliant, the predicate tells me what the subject is doing. The two birds sang a sweet tune. It is telling me what the subject was doing. Now, as you can see, this one is a little bit different. I have underlined two birds as my main noun because the whole sentence is about the two birds, okay? The two is our determiner. It tells us how many. And on this card, I've underlined my verb in my main clause, which is sang. It does make sense on its own. So, we're going to have a little challenge now together. So here we have challenge 1. You have 3 challenges this lesson. And I want you to help me identify the subject and the predicate in these main clause or simple sentences. I've kept this here to help remind me. Now, I'm going to do the first one with you, and then I'm going to show you this screen again. Okay?
Okay, so this is what your textbook should look like, and I've written challenge 1, and I've got my piece of paper ready to go. Now, the first sentence on my slide says dolphins swam in the sea, so I'm going to write that. I'm going to have a capital letter, D, dolphins, swam in the sea. And what do I need at the end of my sentence? A full stop, of course. Okay, so my challenge, it says, can you help me identify the subject and the predicate? and I'm going to look at the slides to help me. I can see the subject is what or who the sentence is about, and that's going to be green. Okay, so dolphins swam in the sea. Can you tell me what is my sentence about? Is it about Miss Harries? Is it about the sky? What is the subject in my sentence? Fabulous, you're right, it is dolphins. So I'm going to get my green pen and I'm going to underline it here. Okay? Now, I've got to underline my predicate now, and the predicate tells me what the subject is doing. Okay? So, the dolphins, they swam in the sea, so I know this is orange. Fabulous. Now, we're not going to stop there because I said on the other slides we have to underline the noun and the verb. So my noun, which is on my green card, was dolphins. There we go. And my verb, swam in the sea. Now a verb is something we can do. So I think that they swam. So I'm going to underline swam. Okay, do you think you could have a go? So either do it like I've done it and write the sentence out and underline the subject and the predicate after, or you can write straight onto your rainbow grammar card like I showed you in the example. Okay, so I'm going to show you the screen now and then I would like you to pause. Okay, so here's my example, now I'm going to show you the screen.
Here you are. I want to see your most beautiful handwriting. Pause the screen now. Fantastic, great work guys. So this is what yours should look like, whether you've written it onto the rainbow grammar cards or highlighted them in the right colours. Okay, so challenge number 2, we are going to write down past tense verbs in the video that I show you. Okay, so it will look like this.
Okay, so in my book I am writing challenge 2 and I will be watching the video, and if I see them swimming I will write the word swam. Okay, so I have written my verbs down that I saw. So I've got swam, trotted, walked, jumped, somersaulted, leapt, looked around, stared and waited. I'm sure you've got lots more than me. If there are any of mine you'd like to pinch, then feel free to write them down. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put them into sentences. Okay, I'm ready to write my sentences now. Now, I'm going to write mine up here. You will write yours underneath your verbs. Okay, so this time we're going to do it backwards. I'm actually going to draw my lines out ready first. So, a green for my subject. There we go. And the orange for my predicate, where my verb will go. Okay? Now, the subject is what the sentence is about. Now, I know my subject is the giraffe. So, capital T, the. Now, giraffe is quite a tricky word. Giraffe. The giraffe. Okay? Now, I'm going to write my predicate. Now, the predicate tells me what the subject is doing. So, I'm going to go for trotted, because that is a really good verb, trotted. The giraffes trotted. And what do I need at the end of my sentence? You're right, a full stop. Okay, and my second sentence, we're going to write 3 in total. I'm going to draw my long line for subject. I'm going to do it a bit longer this time. And my line for the predicate. There we go. And again, the subject is the giraffes. So, and this time I'm going to write the spotty giraffes, just to make it a little bit better. The spotty giraffes. Okay? The spotty giraffe. Now this time I'm going to do the spotty giraffes looked around. And again, my predicate tells me what my subject was doing. Okay? There we go. Now, one thing I've forgotten to do is underline the noun and the verb. So here, we've got giraffes, and here, we've got they trotted. That's my verb, my doing word. The spotty giraffes. Now here, we are going to just underline giraffes because we don't need to underline the adjective. Okay? And what did they do? They looked. Okay. Okay, the final one, subject. I'm not going to write the giraffe this time. I'm going to challenge myself and describe them in a different way. I'm going to put the long-necked creature. Or the long-necked animal. Alright, animal. Oh no, my green one isn't long enough. There we go. Okay, so it is about the long-necked animal. And what did the long-necked animal do? They walked. Now I know walked is a little bit of a boring word, so I'm going to say clomped. Full stop. Okay, now excuse my handwriting, it's hard to write to the side. So, over to you. I would like you to write me 3 sentences with a subject and the predicate. You can up-level the subject if you'd like, instead of giraffes. Change your verbs. That would be absolutely amazing. Adding some adjectives. That would be fab. I do need to see those rainbow grammar colours though.
Okay, so for challenge number 3, we can use the verbs were, is, are, had and have as the verbs in our sentences, although they're not like the ones we're used to. Okay, but we use these when we describe what something looks like or how something is, or maybe what even somebody was doing. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is write me another 3 sentences about the appearance of the giraffes. So here you can see the giraffes had incredibly long necks. Okay, you might say the giraffes were covered in spots. And just as we did before, you will write it on your rainbow grammar colours. Okay, well done on today's lesson. I know there was a lot, but I'm sure that you've done absolutely amazing. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to look at a different type of clause tomorrow, a subordinate clause.
Please message your teachers if you do need any help with that. If you've completed it all, then absolutely fantastic, well done. If you've written at least a couple of sentences for each, then that is awesome as well. Okay, see you tomorrow.